Hey everybody, Robin here with Oracle Rising. Welcome to my YouTube channel, everybody, and thanks for joining me. As I wanted to talk about something that is going on in a planetary, astrological way. Probably I should have said astronomical way. I'm not even sure if that's the right word, so we'll just push on. So, guys, we have Chiron going direct. So Chiron is a teeny tiny planet that orbits around on a path between Saturn and Uranus. And this has seen a couple of upgrades in its status. It was being called a comet and then an asteroid, and then somehow it became significant to be labeled a minor planet. So I think it's really fascinating that there's more planets in our solar system than we are familiar with, right? Because there's the usual suspects, and then there's this Chiron that comes in. And I wasn't really super familiar with Chiron until I came into look at my astrology calendar to see what's going on in the heavens that could possibly be affecting us humans here on Earth. And then I discovered Chiron and did a little bit of research on it. So apparently Chiron is going direct in Aries on December 15th. So that means that Chiron has been retrograde for a little while, and it looks like it's going backwards in the sky, in the heavens. And now it's going direct, so it'll look like it's going the right way, and it's going direct in the sign of Aries. So this could influence certain aspects of the sign of Aries, and Aries are, really fiery, probably very funny, a little bit dramatic. They're like intense warriors. I'm an Aries, you guys. So I looked up some things that are going to happen as a result or could happen to you. And sometimes there's things that are going on that are affecting your mood, like your feelings, like everything about you. And it might really be a good idea to check what is going on. Like, I just saved this calendar to my favorites, and I view it every month to see what could possibly be going on, to sort of give you guys a heads up on what energy is going to be available. So the first thing I have here, I have 4 points, and this is really interesting. So as Chiron goes direct on the 15th of December, there's probably going to be a realization of deep wounds, and an intense vulnerability could shift in you. Like, you could really feel extremely sensitive and be reminded of things that happened that you thought that you were possibly over, or just a particular highlight into feeling really sad and maybe miserable. So you could be questioning why you're feeling like that, and it could be as a result of this Chiron going direct. So very interesting to start off with. And I did want to bring a tarot card deck with me because I like to pull the cards when there's something that has aspects related to, the planets and the moon and everything like that. So I wanted to pull a card about these deep wounds and intense vulnerability that could be available to you, or that you could just fall into whether you want to or not. So this is really cool, you guys. So I've got the 9 of Cups. So I mean, the 9 of Cups is this really glowing sense of love, and love is always the antidote to anything that is not joy, right? So it's time to really nurture yourself, feel that deep connection. Don't just shut it off. When things keep coming back to you, it's because you need to pay attention to them, and time to resolve them, and just really give yourself the love and encouragement and gentleness and whatever it is that you can provide for yourself. You might want to call on people to come in, and you can say, I'm really not having a very good time right now. I just either need you to listen or help me resolve this, or show me some sort of program or whatever to help release any old sort of disastrous emotional I'm getting the word culpability. So maybe you're feeling guilty about something. So you're being offered an opportunity when Chiron goes direct to really look at anything in your life that is like causing that wound and accept it and then release it. So Nine of Cups energy is very beautiful for that, and it'll promote self-healing, and you might even make new connections with people, just because the Nine of Cups is having lots of people surrounding you, and that can be very helpful if you're feeling a little bit down. So the second point here, you guys, is that when Chiron goes direct into Aries, it should help to promote universal healing. And I mean, that's so important. That's so important. We have so much, negative energy on our planet right now. And, that's not how we're supposed to live. We're not supposed to live in fear. We're not supposed to live with raging war, with people starving to death on one end of the spectrum, and then people that have so much money, billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires, that they would never ever be able to spend it in a lifetime. So promoting universal healing is something that I'm all about, you guys, and that's why I'm here on this channel. It's why I do my tarot card readings on Aries Fire Tarot. So let's pull a card on that. I need to shuffle just one more time here. I'm just going to split the deck. So we have this card here that is the Nine of Wands. So, all right, if you guys believe in angel numbers, I've got 2 9s here for you, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So this means that a difficult journey is almost over, and all your hard times should be falling behind you. When the universe heals and it moves up to higher dimensions and we release the density of the 3D matrix world, things will just get easier. We reside in love, and there won't be any of that 3D matrix pain. And if you guys haven't seen the movie The Matrix, I really want you guys to watch it, because I strongly believe it is a documentary, not just a movie. So universal healing, we're almost there, you guys. As warriors of light and star seeds, it's your mission to really try to usher this in. So keep that in mind. And then the fourth point I have, which is really going to connect with that promoting universal healing, is a shift from me thinking to we thinking. Me thinking is just, it's very prevalent. Like, people are incredibly selfish. Not everybody, but you can see that, with governments refusing healthcare to their citizens, and like not taking care of veterans when they return back from war, and letting people live on the street, and then devising ways of not letting people sleep, like putting people into poverty situations and then condemning them for being there. So that's a very me thinking, and that's coming from, of course, our government and, monarchies and everything, just taxing people to death, and it's just ridiculous. So that's a very selfish behavior, very selfish mindset. So that should be disintegrating as well when Chiron goes direct into Aries. Really thinking, how can we get through this together? How can we heal, which is always more appropriate to me, because we're not in this alone. We're all in this together. So I'm going to pull a card for that right away, to shift from me to we. So we have the Princess of Cups, and the princess is like this really divine feminine energy. She wants us to feel really more emotionally connected to people. The cups are all about your feelings and how you connect to other people. So it's time to move into a little bit of stillness, and you can see that the princess has her arms down by her side, and she's just letting things wash over her, like really sensing the reality of the need of everyone as opposed to one. Was it Spock? He said the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And it's time for us to pull together as a collective and ensure everyone's survival, not just the wealthy and not just the privileged and not just, people in positions of power. It needs to be everybody, So this fourth point, you guys, I just absolutely love it because I did this video a little while ago about the divine masculine and how toxic masculinity sort of took over the world, and that's why we're in this mess, where wars are accepted, where just human atrocities and atrocities to get against the rest of the species of animals living on the planet, like tearing down the Amazon and just everything. It's just the earth and the human race have been plundered, and every single beautiful thing about the world is at risk right now. So when we are approaching the healing of divine masculine, where that toxic behavior no longer has to be displayed, and the divine masculine male can step up and really start to be accepted, and there's no more of that, well, boys will be boys, and different set of rules for men versus women and every other species on the planet, that should really fade away. So I had a card pop out here, you guys. So we have the Five of Swords, and this is just really, it shows the divisiveness between toxic masculinity and divine masculinity. And a lot of males are taught toxic masculinity from the time they were children, and they're put in positions where they're at war with themselves, where they might want to cry, but there's that phrase, real men don't cry. It's not about men or women. It's about who we are as souls. So like the soul would want to cry. The soul would want to reach out to other people and heal. And it's just been such a pattern of toxic abuse coming from toxic masculinity. So to understand that Chiron moving into a direct pattern in Aries is going to launch the healing of the divine masculine is so incredibly important for the continuation of our species and life here on Earth and every other living, breathing thing that inhabits our planet. Restoring, balance and understanding and caring and love instead of every other negative thing, like just so appalling. And I'm going to pull one more card over top of that, you guys. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which really just speaks of a reciprocative giving and taking, and everything just being struck into balance. And you can see here the shadows behind the two main characters in the cards, and the shadows just being put into the past and moving forward with a great strength and helping people when they need help, and everything just becoming like so circular and caring and wonderful and loving. So this is a very important date on your calendar for everyone. And what I'm really looking forward to is, the universal healing, of course, and the shift from me to we, and the incredibly important healing of divine masculinity, which could change life as we know it for everyone and everything. So this is a very interesting topic for me, and I hope you guys do a little bit more research to see what else could happen and how you can take advantage of this. And just anyway, guys, I really loved talking about this, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about it. So I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. Okay, bye for now. Bye.